around jobs. All these points now I am giving are all about jobs. The other second point around jobs is hospitality and tourism. Currently, Kenya last year had maybe around 2.7 million international visitors. A country of 58 million Kenyans, abundantly blessed, well positioned. I have looked at cases, for example, Morocco, a much smaller country than Kenya in terms of population. Even in terms of endowments, Kenya is much better. Morocco had 19 million visitors last year. Albania, a country with maybe a tenth of our population, they had 12 million visitors last year. Clearly there is something we can do so that we grow our tourism sector, diversifying what we offer, marketing Kenya better, and my target is that as a country we should be able to attract 10 million international visitors. What does that do? For every 3 million visitors, we create 1 million jobs. If we have 10 million visitors, we are talking about 3 million direct jobs. And every one direct job in hospitality and tourism creates 3 more jobs indirectly through agriculture, through transport, and the rest. It is clear that we can do more, attract more visitors into Kenya, and clearly create more than 3 million direct jobs for the great youth of Kenya who are watching us tonight. The other issue I want to highlight in terms of jobs again. All this I'm giving is about jobs because I've realized there is no way you can say you are growing an economy when many Kenyans qualified are idle. So allow me to highlight the issue of finance industry. Kenya has many banks, over 40. Whether big or small, they all make money. How then do we give an advantage to others that is in our country? My proposal is this way. Kenya must covertly frustrate the takeover of the Kenyan banks by international institutions. Covertly. Because this is a sector that clearly makes money. How do you give out a sector that makes money so easily? The second thing is that we must deliberately create an atmosphere where we can have big banks, Kenyan banks, competing regionally and continentally. Through our regulator, it is important that Kenya creates big behemoths, banks in Kenya that can compete continentally with banks like Standard Bank, like banks like Netbank. And this, I have done what should be done by the regulator so that even as we grow competition in our finance industry, we also have big enough institutions that can compete across the continent because this fetches Kenya money from other markets.